Grand Rising Collective, your hippie gypsy reader, back with another daily tarot reading on this August 21st, 2022. Thank you all so much for tuning in over here on my YouTube channel. I greatly appreciate it. If you were here from TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook and want to catch that extended of the mini reading that I started over there, we will get right into that here shortly. If you are already a YouTube subscriber, thank you so much. I appreciate all of your subscriptions, all of your likes, all of your views. I appreciate it. I'm feeling all of the energy, all of the connection. Thank you so much. And we will go back over that mini reading that I started over there on those platforms. If you're interested on how this reading came to be sure and head over there to check out that quick 3-minute video on this mini reading that I started. We will definitely go back over that, run out some clarifiers, look at some advice, and look at some oracle as well as promised. And these extended for today, August 21st, 2022. If it happens to be your birthday today, happy birthday. All you August 21st babies, I hope you'll have a beautiful Sunday birthday. Everyone else, we're going to jump right on in. If you are brand new here, welcome. I appreciate all your curiosity. We're going to look at today's overall energetic pull without forcing anything to fit. Remember, if it does not fit, we're not going to force it to. We're going to take what does resonate and throw away the rest because it's not for you. But what is for you, please do hang on to that and use it as guidance. Remember, these are fluid. It may not be for today. It may be for a future. It may be for something that you've already experienced that you will get guidance for here today. So the intention is set for today, but this is pieces of advice that is meant to find you when universe deems it so. Overall today, we have that Chariot card coming out. You could be dealing with a Cancer, and this is about great victory and success. This is about a triumphant, successful venture forward. The Chariot moves forward. This is about having control over your path, over your divine path. And again, you could be dealing with a Cancer with that Chariot card coming out here. And also that is major arcana. So that is a major transformation about you having total control now. We do have that Two of Swords coming out for clarification. You could be dealing with some sort of decision or choice that you are in your head about with that mental conflict. Again, swords are about truth, information, and knowledge. So when you do have that sword energy coming out, and twos are about choices. So you are in your head about a couple of decisions that you might need to make, a couple of different options, and you really want to make sure you're making the best choice. And it could have to do with your foundations and achievements here with that Four of Wands energy coming out. This has to do with your family, with marriage, with a commitment, with building that firm foundation that we do have ultimate achievement in, feeling totally successful whenever we do have a happy household and we do have a happy family. That is great achievement there that is being brought forward. We also have that Truth card. This is more major arcana, so we have a truth that is being brought to light. This could be something that is helping you with your conflict, possibly. Truth is about judgment, so there could be some sort of judgment. There's an awareness that is happening as well. And at the bottom of the Giant Tarot, we have the World card coming out. So we do have a completion of a cycle. This is the end of the major arcana. So all the lessons, all the experiences, every piece of information has been gathered so that we do have a completion of that information brought into us. We have that Ace of Cups coming through as well. So we have a new emotional offer coming through for us as well. We have a new beginning, possibly in love and romance. Cups, again, is about emotion. So it could be just an emotional offer. It does not have to do with if it's not romantic for you. Remember, we're going to take what fits and don't force anything. And then we have the Lovers card coming out. I know, contradictory. But Lovers could also be about a choice. And it could be about a partnership. So it doesn't necessarily have to be the literal sense of lovers. Could also be dealing with a Gemini here. And this is Cancer baby Gina over at Cancer Baby Tarot, Virtuous Virgo. She's got several channels. She's amazing. She says that there's actually 3 people here, which has to do with that choice. So there's 2 lovers and then there's that snake. So there is some other possible lingering third-party entity, and that third party doesn't always have to be another lover. It could be family, could be friends, could be your job, could be something, anything that interferes with a partnership or connection, and something that could be having to do with a choice. We also have that Nine of Pentacles coming out underneath. That has to do with abundantly independent energy. So this is somebody who's financially independent. They don't rely on others to help them achieve great things and the luxuries and anything that they are desiring, they are able to go out and obtain it on their own. This is total complete financial success here with that Nine of Pentacles. And then Lumen Moon Tarot calls this pre-Empress energy. This is the single version of the Empress. So this is somebody who is financially and abundantly independent on their own. They don't need help. They don't require any assistance from anyone else to maintain that luxurious lifestyle. This is a Ten of Wands coming up here to remind us that we might be working too hard. We could be overburdened and we're carrying a lot on our shoulders at this time. We're really working forward hard to be able to make something happen. Tens are about completion as well. So you could be taking a lot of your creative work and pushing forward as hard as you can is another possibility. We do have that Spy card coming through as well with that Page of Swords. So this is somebody who's looking in on you to gather information. Two of Swords again. So we go from the Page to the Two. So somebody could be gathering information as well with that Page of Swords. This is somebody who is a stalker, spy card. So you could be gathering information that is possibly contributing to the confusion. It could be aiding in your assistance to make this choice. Something is bringing in a great deal of stress and anxiety with that Nine of Swords card here. It could be dealing with a little bit of some sleepless nights as well. And we're moving on from something emotionally with the Eight of Cups coming out. So something has really turned us away from something that we've put a lot of emotional work into, and we're just better off leaving that behind here with that Eight of Cups. The Knight of Swords coming in behind there, and more Five of Swords. So there's a lot of Swords energy coming out in these clarifiers and the runouts. So it has a lot to do with information and knowledge that we're really kind of processing and thinking about here. Let's move on to the bottom of the Psychic Tarot Oracle. We have the Three of Swords energy here, more swords. So we do have a heartbreak and a loss. So this is about suffering and silence. This is about basically feeling not necessarily in silence. This is a heartbreak. I get the somber feeling, so I do feel like somebody's a little bit down, but you know, sometimes we're not able to really hide our emotions, so I wouldn't necessarily call that silence. If you're not able to keep it to yourself, you're just really kind of suffering here. We do have the prosperity begins with that Ace of Pentacles energy. So there is a new beginning happening here, a new abundant beginning. This could be a new job offer. This could be a raise. And this is about some sort of new prosperous, abundant beginning. We do have that Patience card being brought out here. This is the Temperance card. Could be dealing with the Sagittarius. And we are being drawn in to have some sort of peaceful balance here with that Patience card coming out. Again, we have the Two of Cups. So this is about a partnership. And this is about a spiritual union as well. Two of Cups are lovers coming together to be able to make something happen. This is a spiritual divine union, and it also could be a partnership if you are not in a romantic bind. Not a romantic bind, a romantic bond. Could be a bind. You could be bound by your bond. Okay, I'm sorry. My puns are very punny. Nerding out here. Okay, so we have partnerships and alliances, so more partnerships. So this is that Three of Wands energy. So we are kind of waiting for some sort of return on something that we've put some work into. We have some sort of creative ideas that we're kind of waiting to see our ships come in, see what kind of happens there. And then we have the Judgment card with balance coming out. Could be dealing with a Libra. So we are looking for a lot of harmonious peace and balance. Here is the Hermit underneath with that Solitude. So Solitude did come out. So we are going in for introspection, for our awakening moment, to be able to have some sort of spiritual enlightenment to get us through. And balance is being called upon us, especially with that Patience card also coming out here. So there's a lot of drive here for a lot of possible solitude and centering yourself to be able to come up with the best plan of action, I'm feeling. And then we have that Sacrifice, so we have a Hanged Man energy. So you are in limbo. There's a lot of sacrifice happening here that has to do with you giving up the ability to have possibly a say in something. You're probably just kind of waiting to see what happens with that Sacrifice, Hanged Man energy. Nine of Pentacles again. We've got that material harvest coming through. So this is Nine of Pentacles energy once again. So we do have that pre-Empress singly abundant energy pushing through. Here comes the Moon card. So we have some illusions that are being brought to light. Could be dealing with the Pisces. And here's the World card again. We've got the World card coming out a lot. So we do definitely have the completion of some sort of cycle that is coming to an end. Rest and rejuvenate once again. So we are being called to kind of go within. We have that intuition card with the High Priestess coming through. And Eight of Swords. We're feeling a little trapped in fear. Emperor underneath. All right. I have a feeling that we are trying to basically take control over a situation where we feel like we're faced with too many options based on some outside heartbreak that could have come through. We do have a lot of new offers coming through for us as well, but we are processing, we are healing. And in order to be able to make the best choice and option, we do have to heal from that previous energy in order to push forward clear-minded and clear-headed, so that we are in our best self. Let's clarify and see if Tarot happens to agree, as they just slip right out of my fingers. Can I get some clarification, please, from my beautiful collective on this little mini reading, please? Let's look at that mental conflict. Can I get some clarifiers for that mental conflict, please? We got the Devil card. So we have an addiction. Could be dealing with some cheating as well. This is definite obsession. We've got the Page of Pentacles again, and then we have the Knight of Wands. So we're in a bit of a mental conflict about somebody who is really kind of feeling like they are very energetic, exciting. We could be taking a plan of action on whether or not this is going to come together for us, or if it's something that we could be maybe a little bit dependent upon this Knight of Wands energy. That is a player card, so we could be feeling like somebody's got a kind of hold on us. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles coming out in reverse, and it's about letting go of people, places, and things. We've got the Death card here, so we are ending another cycle. So we do have a lot of call here for ending of a cycle. Seven of Wands came out as well. So you're standing up for yourself. You're very, very protective, defending yourself. Let's look at that Truth card, please. Three of Swords flipped over. Lots of pain release. Six of Cups could be something from the past here that we are healing from. There's a truth that was brought to light, and we're able to let go of something because you're standing your ground here. We've got that Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles. We definitely have a choice, and there are some options here. We're juggling people, life, money. There's some sort of instability having to do with something from the past, and it's something that we're ultimately having to release and have forgiveness on. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. There's a lot of call here for recovery, for forgiveness, positive change with that Chariot card. Thank you. We have the Emperor and the Eight of Wands. So this is very quick communication coming in about a very steady, loyal type of committed energy. Remember how I said the Emperor was driving this Chariot card? The Emperor came out to clarify. So we do have a lot of this Emperor energy that is pushing you forward into this positive change, and it's coming quick with this Eight of Wands energy. This is about quick decisions. Could be travel changes. For some of you, very, very, very action speedy type of movement here with that Chariot card. So this is very fast moving energy, especially with that Knight of Wands coming out. So this is somebody who's very action oriented, excited, free-spirited, energetic. The only stagnancy I saw here was with the Hanged Man. That's the only real kind of stagnancy I see. There is a little bit of resistance looking back here with that Six of Cups, but it is something that you're having to heal and you're having to let go of. There's an ending of a cycle here with that Four of Wands energies. Could be something to do with a marriage or a commitment. Could be a commitment to a partnership or a job as well, so it doesn't always have to be about a relationship. It could be something that has been a little bit traumatic for you, and some truth has come out that is allowing you to release the pain ultimately from something from your past. It's beautiful. Bottom of the deck, we have the Magician. We have the Ace of Wands. Queen of Swords in reverse, Five of Swords, Page of Wands reverse, Ace of Swords reverse, and Nine of Pentacles. Okay. We have the Moon, Seven of Pentacles reversed, Four of Wands, Eight of Swords reversed, Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, collective. Looks to me like you are manifesting and very, very resourceful at coming up with a new beginning that's coming to you here. You're looking at some sort of overly critical, manipulative type of energy that has been a really aggressive type of energy you're having to deal with, and you're ultimately able to kind of walk away from that with that Five of Swords energy. This is something about just kind of giving up and letting go of somebody who has been maybe a little bit too dependent, somebody who's cold-hearted. This could be you that is taking a cold-hearted approach towards something because you're just feeling like you're done and you're ready to move on. I would warn you to act of love and not of pain, because you know, like manifests like, right? So we do want to always act out of love and gratitude. Yeah, you could be dealing with a little bit of some impatient kind of energy here with that Page of Wands reversing. Somebody could be a little bit lazy, which is causing a little bit of some, you know, frustration. With that Ace of Swords reversing, this is some lack of communication coming through as well. I do feel, let's see here, Seven of Wands was up here. Collective, I feel like this is just somebody who's really kind of being very strong in their willpower, and they're desperately are looking for some sort of new beginning. Not so much desperately, but it's just, you know, you're feeling like you're overly critical of something that has happened before, and you want to get out of that energy. You're feeling a little bit defeated. There could have been some lies and deception that were uncovered that made you feel like you're just feeling very closed-minded. You could be closed off to the communication completely with the Page of Wands and the Ace of Swords both reversing. So you're closed off to any type of communication here, and you're staying in your independent type of energy with that Nine of Pentacles. You basically want to let something go, and you're off to a new beginning, because something here was not good. You feel defeated by somebody that was overly critical, cold-hearted, bitter, manipulative, gullible, lazy, impatient. This is a very low vibe type of energy that brought in a lot of confusion and made you feel like you kind of made the wrong decision having to do with somebody here. Ultimately, in that pre-Empress energy, that is somebody who is basically focusing on their own financial stability. You know, you're really kind of able to juggle everything here, and you're able to kind of keep everything in balanced. And you do kind of have a lot going on right now with trying to maintain everything with that Two of Pentacles. You're maintaining, you're healing here with that Moon card. You're healing from these hidden intentions and this insecurity that this connection has brought to you. And ultimately, you are very passionate about starting over for something new. We've got the Knight of Pentacles here, so you are working on something very long-lasting, and you're putting a lot of hard work into something because you do definitely want to complete what you started. And you're in for the long haul, because this Knight of Pentacles is the very sturdy, steady, stable foundation that is slow and steady wins the race. So that is somebody who is able to really kind of buckle down, put in the hard work, and make things happen for their complete and total persistent and efficient type of energy here with that Knight of Pentacles. We've got the Seven of Pentacles with the Four of Wands. So you do feel like there was a poor investment having to do with this home life here. It could be this marriage. It could be, you know, this Knight of Wands is about finishing what they started. And then the Seven of Pentacles in reverse is about not finishing what you started. So with the Knight of Pentacles being near the Nine of Pentacles about singles, you're putting a lot of work into being single and about building up your abundance and prosperity, because you do feel like this ultimately was some sort of a poor investment having to do with this family life and this marriage. The Eight of Swords has come out in the reverse, which is ultimately offering some sort of freedom. You are finding a lot of solutions, and again, we are taking control. So with the Eight of Swords ending this information and the Control card starting the information, so this is how you are taking control and starting with these new beginnings. There's ultimately some sort of end of a punishment, and there is healing coming through for you here. Beautiful. Five of Wands in the reverse is about ending a conflict. Three of Pentacles is about working together with somebody. We've got that Ten of Wands about letting go. Two of Swords is about that choice again. Here comes that choice. We're letting go. We have a choice to let go. And then we have that Three of Cups with the Friendship card. You are really indecisive here. There's a lot of confusion. The Eight of Cups says you have a fear of moving on. And we have the Six of Swords right behind that, about not being able to move on. There is a deep and total attachment here. Understandable. And this is something that has to be healed from, ultimately. Yeah, the Knight of Cups is here in the reverse. And then there's the Chariot. I will stop where it starts. This is an unrequited love. This was a heartbreak, something that has to be moved on from. We got the Three of Wands here. It's about growth, freedom, expansion. So we are looking at that energy of moving on. And we have a lot of great victory and success doing so with that Chariot card coming out. Fantastic. So there is some definite heartbreak that we're trying to recover from here. And I feel like you all are ultimately going to be successful with that, because it's a fleeting moment. All of these major arcana that has come out is about positivity and about growth and expansion and releasing and healing. So beautiful energy here, collective. All right, let's look. I just wanted to grab it. We've got Sagittarius, expand. More expansion. I'll go right in the middle of this. Scorpio, investigate. Some very powerful energy there. Scorpio is the water sign that thinks they're a fire sign. They get very confused for fire sign. They get all bundled up. Opposition, we've got confrontation. So we've got a little bit of opposition here. Could be your opposition with your higher self and your resistance to change that keeps coming up. And we've got 7th house, relationship. That's that Libra energy there coming through for us as well. Where are you? This one. Okay, Sagittarius. So just because you see it doesn't mean you have to say it. Timing and pacing are everything. Be honest, not mean. Ask if what you're about to say is wise, kind, and necessary, as well as true. Watch out for the geographic cure, the belief that travel will solve problems, because wherever you go, there you are. It's just geography, man. You still have all the same stuff that comes with you. All of it is geography. All right. Let me look here quickly. So Sagittarius expansion is about speaking your truth. And I don't know if anyone knows any Sagittarius or if any of you are out there. I love Sagittarius. They are very free-thinking, forward actioned, and they are very verbal. So they have a lot of confidence in saying how they feel, because they're very confident in how they feel, because that's a Sagittarius. That is the adult fire sign. So I know some Sagittarius, and they have a lot of very powerful things to say, and they have they have little to no filter, basically. So they have a very sharp tongue, if you will. So this is asking you to speak your truth. And then it was saying to not be mean. That's pretty funny here. Hang on a second. Let's see, where did it go? So speak your truth. Remember that the fairy tale, The Emperor's New Clothes, a pair of con artists arrive at the emperor's court claiming to make the beautiful garments. He can't see them. That's not important. Okay, so honor all your relationships. Sagittarius reminds us that our spiritual path is connected to all our relations. The two-footed, the four-footed, the many-legged, the winged, the scaled, and the finned. And they are all connected to us. That's the Sagittarian gift. Okay, let's move on to Scorpio. That's about investigate. I don't know if you know any Scorpios, but do not try and get over on them because they are amazing detectives. You can't lie to them. They're very, very secretive, but you cannot lie to them. Do not lie to a Scorpio. They will chew you up and spit you out and sting you a lot. Okay. Here's the challenge. Question everything, including your own concerns. Jealousy and possessiveness drain your energy and waste time. Before triggering your defenses, the scorpion's sting, ask if that response will get you what you actually need. So drop assumptions and ask questions. Be fascinated by a mystery. Dive deep into the well rather than settle for the surface. Look under the rocks and be curious, as this situation is going to require some research. Take nothing at face value. Probe the conscious and the unconscious passions that motivate this situation. Be aware of the sexual dynamics in the room and what role they play. Look at the worst case scenario so that you can prepare and then feel safe enough to search for the best case scenario. Interesting. All right, 53. Those numbers were 9 and 8, by the way. So here we have opposition. It's a lot of very powerful energy coming out here for you guys. This is not a comfortable situation, but that's not the point. You're being challenged to grow. Look at the situation as a dojo and a martial arts training center and take the training. You don't have to trust the wisdom of the people you are wrestling with, but you can trust the pattern itself in this great cosmic workout. Practice your best skills, stay centered, and operate from wisdom and strategy instead of emotional heat. Listen for hints on how to improve your style. The challenge is this situation is an inconvenience, growth opportunity, but not a punishment. Decide if it is time to build muscles or to find a path. Ooh, interesting. That's a fight or flight type of energy right there. That's immediately what came to my mind because that's where I go whenever I get into a situation that feels like no matter what I do, I'm not making a difference. I get in that fight or flight mode. So I'm feeling like, is it worth me standing up for it? And then I just start dissecting every single possible path about how I could best put up a fight to stand up for my own beliefs as that 7 of Wands is coming out. Or is my best option to just walk away? That could be what your choices and your decisions are here. And that could be what you have ultimately coming up with this great, with this Chariot card. You are in a great conflict within about, is something truly over? How much effort do I keep putting into it? And when do I walk away after everything has been exhausted? And am I looking at every single possible outcome of exhaustion to be able to make this work? So there is a lot on your plate, and you are having to really kind of go within to have mental clarity over your emotional clarity, because your emotions are not really trustworthy whenever we are trying to make a decision based on logic, because our emotions can really, really, really cloud that logic and drive us off path. So goodness, there's a lot of call for you to really kind of go into your head and really kind of process things, to really look at this heartache and loss that has been brought forward. You're really, really, really struggling with which path you choose. Ultimately, though, you know, whichever path you choose, there you are. So, you know, we can keep knocking on a door and knocking on a door and knocking on a door, but if nobody answers, then eventually you just have to walk away. But one of these times, if you keep walking down the hallway, knocking on doors, somebody will answer. And then that is a path that you are going to take. And then you will find out what path that is. Do we take the road more worn or the one less traveled? Okay. I want to look at relationships. I'll look at the challenge quickly. 7th house. When you are working in tandem in love or business, it can be tempting to either give your power away to your partner or take over theirs. An unbalanced relationship can become untenable. Ooh, that's the challenge here. So nurture relationships rather than test them. Consider each partnership to be a tree you plant. That seed may have been planted in the 5th house with an idea or a twinkle in the eye. Now you have a sapling with potential. Don't construct a tree house on that sapling. It can't bear the weight. Instead of crushing it with expectations, nurture and protect it. Building those relationships to be strong, to withstand the weight you are going to put on them later. And it depends on all the love and effort that you put into that growth and what kind of weight it will be able to withstand in the future. That is a beautiful divine message right there. I love that one. Let's look here. Get some pop-outs here. We've got fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. When you live in fear, you are blocking that energy of love. And that, like I said earlier, like attracts like. So if you're operating out of a certain energy, you have to understand that more of the same is going to come to you. So you have to understand where that is coming from, process it, and be able to release it so that you can operate out of a place of love and gratitude. That will be a lot more coming in. Here's indecision again. You guys are in your head. Oh my goodness, you poor babies. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. So this is really calling you to come inside to yourself and understand that your intuition and your open channel and your open channel to your guides through your chakra, your 3rd eye, through your crown chakra to receive that message is going to give you your clarity. You have to calm and quiet your mind to receive that message. Yeah, that'll help you with that indecision ultimately. Interesting. Thank you, universe. And then we have perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. We have regret. I know that I cannot change the past. Yes, that is total and complete acceptance of what is and what shall be, because again, the path is what it is. It's about the journey. It's not about the destination. It's, you know, you take a path, you have that experience. You then now know that that is not the correct path for you. Or if you take that path and it turns out to be the path, win-win, you made a good decision. And ultimately, you still have an experience of a journey that you're able to take and learn lessons from and apply to your life. It's not only about learning the lesson, it's about applying it to your life, to be able to have that forward progress, to ultimately take those lessons and not have them happen to us in vain, but they are stepping stones to build us up to our best possible potential, to our ultimate divine path here, basically. So, patience. Again, we had that Temperance card come out earlier. So I accept that everything happens in divine order. Once again, we're calling for that divine order coming through here. That's about letting go and letting universe. Any more? No? Bottom of the deck, we have blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. That is about not blame shifting and accepting responsibility for how you are receiving your information, how you process your experiences, and what you do with those lessons. So those are very, very important. on your path and your journey. Because when we live in a state of victimization and we start victimizing ourselves, we then become a victim of life. And then again, that starts attracting more of the same. When we are victims of our lives, we're not in control of things. We're letting others, other energies, other entities, other people have control over how our life is whenever we give up that power and give that power away to other people. So you have to really kind of make sure that you are budgeting your energy in the best way possible. Let's look, I'll chunk some out of here real quick. I've been looking at other decks. I got the Urge. That's my Chiron and Taurus going off again here. You either overdo it or underdo it. And my grandma was a shopper, so I overdo it. We got that retail therapy in my family. Yes. It makes everything better, except your bank account. And your nest egg. And oh, I got these all mixed up. Okay, let me find to dig out who doesn't belong in here. I know I picked up a stray. This deck is so beautiful. I've been looking at other Mahrukh decks. There it is. They told me it was in there. They said, you picked up one. Just one. All right. Here we go, kids. Spend more time on your spiritual growth. There it is again. We're definitely being called to go within and really connect with our higher self and our divine self so that those answers and clarity will ultimately come through to you. Challenge yourself to be stronger than your challenges. You must rise to let go of fear. Explore the possibilities. Learn new things. It will help you in the future. There's still time to change the road you're on. It's never too late. And let go of the idea that you're not ready. That is a lot of push. When we have that Chariot card coming out a couple of times, and this is about pushing yourself to go, you must let go of this fear, explore the possibilities, drawing you to the future here with that learn new things. Still time to change the road you're on with that Chariot card about having total control over your path and your true journey. You're stepping into a brand new chapter. When you step off into this path, you're going to step off into a brand new chapter. And I tell you what, you know, if we are single, then we have never had a successful relationship. If we're, you know, not in our path, then we have never really understood what our true purpose is. If we're, you know, there's constant growth happening, and we're always on a journey of moving forward and being able to process that. But in order to change your personal reality, and in order to change your personality, you have to change your personal reality. So that's about having that growth and expansion, but you cannot do it with the same tools and the same environment that you were doing it in. So we do have that positive movement forward. So, all right, collective, I do feel like that was your message for today. I hope that this helped and resonated. I thank y'all so much for tuning in over here to my YouTube channel. Be sure and like, share, comment, subscribe to help me better attune to each and every single one of your energies. I thank y'all so much. Be sure and head over to TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Give me a follow on each one of those platforms. All of your likes, follows, saves, everything helps me to attune as well. Be sure and check that description box below for information on the decks that I use and how to get a personal reading from me. And all those links are in that description box to be able to reach me on any one of those platforms if you would like. And I am wishing you all love, light, abundance, and positive vibes. I will see you soon. Have a great day.